So, this is the Dragon's Bride Legend Fest, and I gotta think this is going to be another episode where I forgot to research ahead, even though I've already explained this in the Japanese version live stream. So, two characters, one Memoria this time. Let's go for Merciful Bride Heidi, which I selected Heidi this time for reasons. Well, anyway, because of the body mass, Anyway, so 817 magical attack with 869 physical defense, which is ironic. Considering I think the boss that we're going to encounter in this event story will be focusing on slash attacks. Well, granted, that dragon that we did encounter in the Japanese version stream is immune to resistant against strike element. So, Crimson Flame Shot. This is a skill 1, damage 55, 6% break damage, 106 of weight. Now, the ally with the highest magical attack after Heidi attacks will be converted into a boost panel. So it's a strengthening panel likely. If it does have a negative panel, it will change to that instead. So make sure that the DPS user, the magical attacker, will be the one getting the highest magical stats. So Heidi will be the one giving that boost panel. So it's more or less an instant it's like a one-turn access to the boost panel for that particular character. So if it's a free space, then it's good to go. Dragon's Blade Blessing. So this allows Heidi to boost an ally's magical attack by 30% for 2 turns, and this is just 260 weight. So you can target one character, and then that character will be using Heidi's skill too. So simple as that. So the particular highlight that I will have to focus on is the Flame Dance Radiant Dragon Roar. 300% damage, 37% break damage, 206 of weight. This targets all enemies. So after Heidi attacks all enemies, given that she has a fiery slingshot, she will boost the skill damage of the ally with the highest magical attack by 50% for 1 turn, and convert one of their panels, as long as it's not first panel, into a boost plus panel. So if it's an empty space, it'll create that boost panel, so it's a strengthening panel overall. I'd say this one is really neat. Heidi summoning panels, if you're to get her, on skill 1 and burst, plus a magical attack stack if you want to stack it up a little bit, like I guess increasing your magical attack at a highest 30%. Once that is at its last turn, with the 60% magical attack total for that ally, then I think you'll expect you can expect like at least 2,000 or 1,500 magical attack by the time Heidi uses 2 skill 2s twice on that same target. So, abilities in sickness and in health. When using boost type panels, you will restore the item gauge by 10%. As long as I think it's likely on her. So if her or any of her allies stepped in a boost type panel, let it be strengthening, recovery, defense, break, boost panel, it will restore gauge by 10%, which I guess it's faster if you are in a battle where it'll summon a lot of panels. So make sure to have Heidi use this, or use this one if you're planning to use it on your particular attacker. Especially it can be fire bolt, or whatever the magical attacker that you'll be using. Now this one, Advanced All Magical Attack 3, all allies gain magical attack by 15%. This is available at the start of the battle. So as long as the battle starts, if Heidi is in your party, this variant by the way, all allies will gain magical attack by 50%. So a stackable, then you can have up to 75% total for this skill too. So pretty good magical attack booster. Certainly because you'll need a lot of power needed for the later story chapters. Well, Resleriana Japanese version is already getting it. first anniversary treat, well, we got chapter 16, 17, and then soon chapter 18, which it will likely be announced on later today's stream, which I'm gonna cover this chapter 17 because I'm already one chapter behind alongside with the extension story. So, gift color this time: blue to red, critical finish, magical defense, and magic resistance up. Leader skill this time is Passionate Pride. Let's start a character for store their own HP by 5% at the start of the turn, and boost your skill damage and break damage by 20%. So, Heidi is a member of Lazarda, so if you made Resleriana characters like these guys, well, you can set up your team and then everyone gets a heal, skill, and break damage. Family and friends, of course, you have Bloke, Heidi, Lady Sul, Lanze, Linka, Totori, Eska, and Asha. Well, only the 3-star healer Asha so far. I don't think the defender Aisha would do. The chapter 7 one. And last but not least, energetic. So the Hyokisha, Lanze, Heidi, Roman, and Charlotte. Next up, I guess my favorite character, if I were to get her 0.25% rate, Dragon's Bride Izana. Now, she does have the Kitsune mask. I mean, you can tell because she has these peaceful ears, because she has ears! Anyway, 861% physical attack, 861 physical attack, 702 defense of any type, 240% speed, which is above average. I forgot. I right click before I even explain. So, she is a slash breaker, by the way. You can tell because of the axe and the shield. Slash breaker by 51 skill 1, which is Crimson Earth. 51% skill damage, 20% break damage, 106 of weight. She will boost her own critical rate by 100% for one turn, meaning it's a guaranteed critical hit for her next attack. Unless there will be some enemies that will debuff her critical rate beforehand, so make sure that she is away from critical rate debuff effects to utilize this very skill effect where Izana will guarantee a critical rate hit anyway. Crimson Claw Break attacks all targets, 112% damage, 57% break damage, 206 of weight. If she uses her critical attack, which you should use it on skill 1, she'll lose her attack stun damage by 200%, which is 257% stun damage for skill 2. After attacking, she will boost the target critical damage received by 30% for 2 attacks. So, if you have another critical attacker, say if you have Swartz Rose Valeria, which most of her attacks are critical hit guaranteed, then Valeria will be able to take advantage of this one. So, critical damage received by 30. And if you have Loke, after she uses her burst, then you can utilize Izana's skill 2, no problem. Although the highlight that I would have to think of is if Izana were to land on a critical hit battle, you don't have to use skill 1 beforehand. Just use the Crimson Claw Break directly so that Izana will directly break enemy shields as fast as possible. Now, speaking of which, Dragon's Bride Guardian Blade is next on her first. So, I'd say this is a single target breaker, by the way, which is 400% damage, 375% break damage with 206 of weight. After attacking, there's a very high chance to inflict daze, which is stun in the Japanese version. On this target for one turn, this converts one panel for each ally that it is not either boost or burst panel into a critical hit panel. It will also create a critical panel if that panel is empty, meaning Izana will only replace free space or negative debuffs into critical battles after she uses her burst attack. Now, I'd say for allies that are stepped into the any boost type panel, they will not be getting critical hit panels unless Izana lands on her free space, then she will create a critical panel for herself. So, I'd say this is very advantageous. Although, if you're in a battle where allies are already will be getting boost panels next turn, I don't think Izana's burst will be useful. Just make sure after she uses her burst, all allies must be clear or have negative panels before she tries to create a critical panel. That's pretty much it. So, heart-piercing hammer of love. Ah, sweetie. Guess she's destined to be a bride someday. When using a panel, she will boost her own critical rate by 100% for one turn. Now, this is useful for autoplay teams in case if Izana doesn't. In case if manual teams will have to not rely on skill 1. This is useful for autoplay teams if Izana were to land on her panel, like a lot of times. Then she can just use Crimson Claw Break at a guaranteed critical rate. Like, no need to do with skill 1. No need to turn off auto just to use skill 1. Just let this ability do all the RNG favors. So next is the critical Cascade 2. Boost all allies critical damage by 20%. So I'd say critical damage buff by 20% is a bit passive. So you got an additional critical damage 20%, which will be useful if you're trying to beat out enemies slightly faster. If you have a critical rate buffing team, so I'd say it's a great breaker with a focus on trying to critical hit, so that Izana will be able to not just critical hit enemies, but also break enemy shields. So it's a 2-for-1 special. Now I'd say she has gift color of green to purple, which she has slash blessing, slash shield, and physical stun damage burst. If you have Master's Right Hand Ryzen, you might be able to take advantage of this one. Or if you have Rose, then you can use these. You can use these traits as long as the gear has to match either Izana on green or purple. Now, leader skill is Bride's Guidance, which grants props to teamwork characters and initiative, which is advanced one turn forward, and boosts critical damage by 50%. She is part of Atarna, obviously, props and teamwork, and last but not least, the whimsical characters, Asha and Rorona, and all of that. So anyway, yeah, gonna have to mute a little bit because, well, I am running in this V-roll. So, the Memoria! I love this one! It's the wedding rehearsal antics. So, I gushed about this one when I was streaming this in the Japanese version. You can check out my channel for the Japanese version stream. I already retitled it to have the same name as the stream that I'm currently using, which I think it should be the dragons fall like the petals, I think? So, this is useful for Izana, by the way, because 31% for 25% physical attack, 6.75%, which is okay-ish. Now, this increases critical attack stun up by 3 if that character wearing this Memoria lands a critical attack. The user will boost its break damage by 65%. So, if you have a breaker, and then you have a critical rate buffer, like later in the battle, once the breaker now uses critical attack to break shields, then this will add an additional 65%. So if you have a breaker, you can use this as long as you have one critical rate buffer user or an item by your side, so that it'll be able to take advantage of this effect. So this is more effective on Izana, particularly this variant. Because, well, it's just boost critical. It's just Izana will have a fortunate time using either skill 1 or any boost panel to guarantee your critical attack. So it's just going to be 65. But granted, you'll need to boost this to rank 5 if you want to maximize this effect. And also, oh dang, yeah, that's a full screen. Although the screen just flips it up so that it will be shown on the vertical screen, which I don't have. So this is a beautiful illustration. I mean, you just have Izana and Resna. Well, granted, we don't have a Resna already had her variant before the Academy variant, and soon her summer outfit. So look forward to this anyway. So I'd say it's likely going to be a good off-chapter Legend Fes Banner to get. If you don't have Master's Right Hand Ryzen, then you can go for Izana. If you don't have Excel, well, the Fire Supporter Excel or Fire Supporter Sailor Uniform Stella, then Heidi would be a recommended pull. Just in case if you don't have any of these characters. Now, I guess I can Clairvoyance my way until the game's first anniversary. I think you're likely going to need Heidi for the future, because the Japanese version is currently focusing on fire / characters. So this banner might match well once Atelier Summer finishes in the global version. Then we're going on the first anniversary campaign arc, and these Hanayome variants will be useful in the later chapters, chapter 15, 16, 17, and then soon chapter 18 banners. So I'd say if you need to pull right now, and then prep up for the first anniversary campaign in the global version, you can try to pull. I'd say I prefer going for Izana over Heidi if you want like boosted break damage on critical hit. But for Heidi, I guess it's recommended if you don't have any supporter that boosts magical attacks. So pick wisely, because we now have the featured selection, which first introduced in the Atelier Summer, which has been pushed earlier in the global version, starting with the story chapter 13 Legend Fes Breakdown. I forgot to mention that since I was only recording at that time. So anyway, let's go for trial battle and then finish the recording part. Hello. All right, so now she already has a burst panel at the start. Oh, I like that. A lot of Torii gates, all to cleanse the sins of the bachelor or bachelorette. So this part, I guess, let me check. The Lunaria Angel will be getting cleansed. So here's the Dragon's Bride Guardian Blade. Ooh, that's good. It does line up to where you can go for the try, but instead it's like oh yeah. So more or less, yeah, a blessing for the dragons here. Now if you hear the squeaking sound, that means the enemy is already stunned. This is the same as her Bolt Attacker variant, the initial one, the Return of the Night. However, it does have an additional effect if you were to use Izana, the Slash Breaker variant. No! I was just wrong. And this is already dazed. Now I won't be using the Crimson Claw Break because I might as well save it for the next attack instead. Here goes her skill 1 attack. Why did the Lunaria just move? You know what? Just go for 1. And let's see if Izana can critical attack this Lunaria Angel out of this. Spinning hammers with crystal teeth! No! Well, the Lunaria Fairy is out anyway. Ah, nice victory pose. With the Dere Beast Girls vibes, because she has the ears! Alright, so Heidi's next. Well, hello, Wilbell and Lily. Oh yeah, so this one, not only it's a slingshot, but also a flame-imbued, powerful This is the powerful bullet slingshot. Now, whoever is next after Heidi uses her burst skill, boost plus panel. The strengthening plus panel will be granted to Wilbell. Now, this one, she can enhance magical attack. And last but not least, yeah, skill 1 or boost. Heidi will grant this skill, grant the boost or boost plus panel towards Wilbell. Yeah. Let's see the Flame Dance Radiant Dragon Roar. But the world play dance! You ready to summon a fire bullet? Firestone? Take it out! And it's a headshot. Also, your gun's on fire! Take that! Take a fire from your hands, Heidi. Might want to wash up after using the slingshot gun. Pretty useful. Yeah, everyone's all knocked out. And last but not least, well, since Heidi has granted the generation panel, and yeah, this does nothing. Oh yeah, that's because the leader skill is an effect on her, but no other ally is currently be able to take advantage of her regen plus boost attack skill. I'd say use skill 1. That is slightly powerful. Everyone will be knocked out by the time Heidi uses her skill 2. And now her skill 2. Well, deploy an attack. Deploy her buff to Wilbell. Well, that didn't harm Wilbell, but she does grant enough. She does grant enough firepower just to clear out all enemies on site anyway. And the team is out. Nice design. Why Heidi? Why Heidi have the body mask? By the way, that body motive will be used in the later Legend Fes Breakdown video, which I will explain that in the same stream later down the line. But for those who want to check it in the global version, wait for the video form instead, since I've already prepped up the data. Once I've already prepped enough info once it's already localized to English. But it's just going to be raw data for the Japanese version, so good luck with that for me. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next Legend Fes Breakdown video. And yeah, likely going to be the Eska and Marion Legend Fes Banner soon. So anyway, for those with the Japanese version, good luck with chapter 17 or 18 soon. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Blue Sky video and Discord server link in the video description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright, gonna finish the video and see you guys later in the stream. Goodbye. See you soon.